Okay, all ready to go? Let's get started! I'll start the game.
Shout out to the 15 people showing up on a moment's notice. 16 people, 5 likes. We gotta boost those numbers up. I want to see all them thumbs. Let's flood it. It's viewer's choice on the Cool Stream. Transition! Here we are. Once again, we've gathered together on the Cool Stream. So spontaneous, Hikiko. What are you doing here? There was no notification. You just arrived when I needed you the most. Well, here I am. And I'm happy to be here in all of my RGB lighting. This is what I had charged. Whoops. This is what I had charged. This red accent lighting. I have one of my key lights. I'm waiting on the other two to charge. We'll have some more lights in here. So we wanted to make something a little moody for this afternoon. There's a blizzard where I'm at. Spontaneous blizzard. I am snowed in. I did brave the blizzard a little bit. Saw many wrecks. Saw many people skidding in. Listen, I'm a gamer. I have gaming driving. I've played a lot of Burnout in my time. I'll be okay. I can make my way through the blizzard. But but not boomers in their minivans. almost turning sideways. I saw a couple of broccoli boys out on the road, like just skidding off their fucking Mazdas. I didn't help them. Nope. I used their momentum their trade winds to carry me home, is what I did. Apologize, dead broccoli boy. Hey, what's going on? Never liked unknown. My choice, big mistake, huge. We got Thanasius, 1885, with the heart. You caught me waiting on a tire rotation. Are you at the shop right now? I went to the shop before the winter hit. I didn't need my tires rotated, thankfully. But my tires, I'm afraid to do anything with them, okay? They're expensive. I got a new car recently, like within the past year, and the tires alone on them, I don't even want to mention. So we're going to take good care of them. We're only going to go minimal places for now. Hey, unexpected cool stream, says Electronic Pig. Yeah, I had the time. I'm actually working on a video right now. Promise you this, if you can hear the sound of my voice, there will be a video here in the first week of December. Okay, so we've got until the 7th. We have until the 7th. So sometime by the 7th, there will be a new, highly requested video. It's been a struggle, this one. Without giving it all away, there's been some difficulties. Not from a technical sense, but from an existential sense. This game kind of makes me want to lose the will to live, but we shall persevere. There shall be a video this week, and it'll be good to get caught up with you guys. Last big video I did was that Silent Hill F video. For some reason, didn't get caught in the algorithm like my other Silent Hill videos did. My other ones did just fine, but something's holding us down. He spoke the truth. It was too spicy for the world. So now I'm going to talk about another game that's been highly requested, at least by my subscribers. Literally nobody else in the world gives a shit about this one. So this is for y'all. This is for y'all. I'm going to try not to go too long on it, though, because I just can't take it. It's that kind of experience. All right. Rest in peace, Broccoli Boy. Hey, what's up, zombie? Getting over it with Bennett Foddy, I understand. I don't have that one if that's what you're requesting. But Outside is kind of like getting over it with Bennett Foddy. Anyway, my street has been plowed. Looks like the snowfall has kind of stopped for now. But we got about 6 to 8 inches just out of nowhere. And my town was not prepared for it at all. It's a war zone out there. It literally becomes a game of Twisted Metal outside my doors. I've heard wrecks. I've heard sirens all day. People gotta have their McDonald's and nothing will stop them. That's how that goes. Toon John just subscribed. Thank you. Thank you. Let's shout out Toon John there. Shout out to Toon John. I don't know if they're watching this stream. Sometimes I get subscriber notifications and they're watching some other video. Like out of my hundreds of videos and stuff, they're watching something else. They're not in the cool stream, but shout out to Toon John. Okay, everyone, this is viewer's choice. Why are we doing this? Because I'm feeling spontaneous and I'm snowed in. And I do have 2B over here. She is my wallpaper mate. She just lives in my monitor. But we can get rid of her if you want, and we can check out what I'm rocking on my Steam Deck. But we're not limited to the Steam Deck. I can hook up other stuff in my setup. So viewers in here, if there's something you want to see, and I have it, we can play it, or we can just shoot the shit. It really doesn't matter to me. So anyway, to be or not to be, not to be. Whip. I was thinking about playing Resident Evil Resistance, but I feel like everyone would just drop out of the stream if I started playing that. You let me know. I actually do like Resident Evil Resistance. I play as January, who's like the punk rock chick there in that vest. She's the hacker. But this is what I've been playing recently. We're not going to be playing this one for reasons which will become apparent soon enough. I can check my my library. Let me hit the Steam button here. Okay. So, I have 249 games on Steam. I've played probably 15% of that library. I got a lot of Humble Bundles, what can I say? But I have made some custom thumbnails for these things, so they may not be, what you're used to seeing. But these are the games I have, and I'll try and just do a quick scroll. And if you see something, shout it out in chat, whatever you want to see. And if I have it installed, that's a bonus. But these are the games I have. Back in 1995, do you remember when I reviewed that? The Back to the Future games are really good. A little slow pace, but they're Telltale. I was considering playing Batman Arkham Origins just because it's snowy out. It's a good snowcore game like Max Payne. I'm always down for Binding of Isaac. We got... I did not buy Borderlands 2. I think this came free with a graphics card. Okay, this is not something I would buy. Bloodstain. Blackbird. That Blackbird gets my vote. I love Blackbird. That's made by the Onion Games, guys. It's a musical. Braid, if we want to get like Soulja Boy. Buckshot Roulette. Not a bad game. I prefer the Resident Evil 7 Game of 21. Bullet Witch, also got a video on the channel about that. Calaboba. Children of the Sun, if you like Killer 7, this is inspired by Killer 7. Let me check this chat so far. Nice Last Action Hero quote there. I'm glad you picked up on that. How's the Brendan Fraser movie? Says Never Liked Unknown. Rental Family, amazing. It made me nostalgic for Japan. I was like watching the film, and half of me I was like really enjoying the plot, but the other half is like, hey, I've been there. I know that place. I ate there. And then Brendan Fraser spoke very fluent Japanese, believe it or not. Like his pronunciation, top notch. It's a very heartwarming film. I would highly recommend it. Check it out while it's in theaters. We did play D4. I've already done a cool stream on D4. And then our last stream, we broke the record for... I actually did play D4 on the last stream. I joined in with you, and we broke the record. We almost had like 35 people playing D4 at once. We broke the record on that. I should pull that up real quick, just to show you how crazy this was. Let me show you what we accomplished last stream. So the last stream did get a copyright strike, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I have to re-edit it. Something with the Vanquish music or one of the cutscenes or something flagged it. And when that happens, I have to like unlist it, edit out the portions, and then repost it. And due to the holidays and all that shit, I've just been so preoccupied. But I'm going to show you something really funny that we did last time. You're going to see what we did. Oh my God. Okay, let me pull this up over here on the desktop. So, all right. So, last stream. Okay, the last stream, we got a little manic, and we decided to try and break the world record on something very insignificant and stupid. Are you ready for it? Here we go. So, if you look at this chart, we were going through all of Sweary's games last stream and noticed that there were like only 2 people or no people playing. Like there's no people playing D4 right now. And we decided to just like get as many people as we could to play D4 at one time and break the charts. So if we go to the max of all time, the previous record was 15 total players, and that was like on June of 2024, and I still have no idea why that happened on that day, right? Like if you look at this is of all time. 268 is like the real record, but that was launch day, okay? But this was us right here. 32. We got Sweary's attention. We were the first thing Sweary saw when he woke up at 7 a.m. Japan time. We were streaming here in America, and we got 32 people to drop what they were doing and start D4, and we sent that to him. But I am still curious. Let's see what's going on with the Good Life right now. Okay. The max of all time on the Good Life was 207 players, and that was on launch day. Next day, 42 players. And then it peaked right here at 25. I wouldn't do that to you guys. I wouldn't make you all play the Good Life. But I mean, still, that's 207. That's nowhere near, like, I don't know, D4, I'm sure more people have played it, but the feedback that I got was most everyone owned it on the Xbox, and it's always on sale on the Xbox. They just stopped putting this game on sale. But since that day, so for the past week, we have, like, you know, the next day, okay, so we got 24, and then just for about the next day, 10 people stuck around to play it. So I'm kind of proud of that. I mean, yeah, sure, it dropped a lot, but I got 10 people to play D4 the next day. So that's quite the accomplishment, don't you think? All right, so let's go back to the Steam Deck, shall we? Here we are. I'm going to read a little chat. Mr. Love Music, I Love Music says Bullet Witch. Oh, geez. Binding of Isaac. I can do some Binding of Isaac. Quick run. That Somnia game. Let me see. That Somnia game sounds familiar. Where is that Somnia game? Oh, right here. So this is more of like an atmospheric walking simulator kind of thing. Preemptive vote for Untitled Goose Game. I have that on the Switch. Yeah, baby. Oh, The Good Life. When I was 17, D4 release, says Gabriel. I don't remember how old I was, but I remember Hikikomori Media was just starting when D4 came out. Reuse2 says, I love The Good Life. Sadly, Glutton for Punishment. Monday stream, let's go. Fear 1. Surprised you have Red Alert 3. Yeah, I have so many games. Let's go back to where I was. So, Ghost Trick, my buddy, gifted me this. I have this on the DS as well. I have all the Half-Lives. This probably came from my old CD key. Back whenever I actually bought these on CD. That's how long ago that was. Harvester. Some Hotline Miami. This Killer is Dead. They released a alpha version of it. It's on the Internet Archive right now, and I've been seeing some guy on Twitter play through it. Of course I have Harvester. Yeah, I played this back when on like my Windows 98 machine. I really want to play Iki Unite. I want to show you Iki Unite, but it never works. I'm going to try it for you. Iki Unite is the first game that was ever considered kusoge shit game. That's what kusoge means in Japan. It was the first game ever branded as kusoge, and they brought it back 30 years later and made it an online game. So I'll show you what this is all about. If it will play, okay? It's almost impossible to find a match. But I really do enjoy Iki Unite. It's kind of like Vampire Survivors in a roundabout way. A Harvester stream. Harvester deserves its own video. Last Remnant's decent. Alright, we're gonna try Iki Unite. Mark, if you're watching, hop on. Let me know how the music is, okay? So, let's try a multiplayer match. I'm gonna just do a quick match, see if we find anything. This game is like Vampire Survivors, only you fight like giant demons and the objectives aren't as simple. Looks like we're in. This is the first time that it's worked this quickly. All right. Maybe it got updated since. I saw they have this on the Switch as well. I saw a copy of this in Akihabara, but the game over there, it's got such a low print run that it was $80. So I was just like, I'll just get the Steam version. Why not? So I'll give this like a couple of match makes. If it doesn't load, we'll switch games. Yeah. 1 out of 16. I joined a quick match and I'm hosting apparently. If you guys have this, you can join me. Just let me know in chat and we'll play together. How are you all doing? I hope you're safe where you are. Not caught up in a blizzard. So you can't really pick who you want to play as. So this is my character, Magoichi. He uses a blunderbuss and a katana. But it looks like I'm going to be doing this solo, which is going to suck. But I'll kind of give you a feel for what to expect from this. If I could get some people on my Discord to play this with me, that would be ideal. Alright, so if you look in the right, I have to defeat the Locust boss, and that little bar is how long I have to do the mission. So occasionally I get upgrades just like Vampire Survivors. We're just gonna focus on stupid stuff. So you can get things like little stat upgrades. You can get food. There are lots of like mob rushes. If you're used to Vampire Survivors, it's just Japanese Vampire Survivors. Which in itself is just Castlevania with mobs. Alright, so my first objective is to go up here and fight this giant locust, which is probably going to be impossible since I'm playing solo. And from my recollection, nobody can join mid-game, which sucks. It would be nice if, you know, there are 16 total players, allegedly, but I've never had a game get that large, a party get that large. Okay, so I think I'll be able to beat this locust. We just gotta take it slow. But this game is called Iki Unite. It is, I think it's like only $10 on Steam, so if we can get a group together, we'll have an Iki Unite night. We shall unite together. Alright, so we've added 4 minutes to the timer. The next step is to get strong and defeat the boar. There's some sub-objectives as well that you can accomplish to level up quicker. Usually it's these points right here. So you have to hold these points and fend off all these enemies. Got that protein. Okay. Dex, intelligence, mental, luck. We're gonna go, pickled radish. So what do you think of this one so far? Nobody's heard of this. Like, my buddy Mark, he told me, he's like, Miles, have you played the Japanese Vampire Survivors? I'm like, no. And then it just appeared in my account. And then, like, for one night we played. Then the servers just completely went offline for a month. And then we just stopped. But it seems like it's improved quite a bit since. Maybe it's because nobody else is playing. It can only handle, you know, 4 people at a time before it crashes. Alright, let's get that steak. Okay, I'm just boosting up this spinning top here. It's got a nice AoE and they stick around on the map. Helps create a little barrier between me and the enemies. I want to get that onigiri too because my health is running out. Alright, I got 4 minutes to get to the next objective here. I really need some food. Alright, so, closing in on the boar. But I really need some onigiri. I need something to recover my health before I even attempt that fight. So we gotta hold this base. Some protein. Alright. Radish. No, it was a daikon. Alright. I'm not liking my odds, but I'm gonna go after the boar because I'm running out of time. He's dashing at me at a whole 2 frames a second. Oh shit. Here we go. I have friends like that have watched me play Vampire Survivors and they're like, how can you follow everything that's going on the screen? I was like, you just kind of hone in on yourself. It's like playing a bullet hell. I think I can take out this boar. Easy. The game is frozen. My character stopped. This is exactly what I'm talking about right here. So see how my character isn't firing anymore? Something has gone wrong with the server and it's about to kick me out of the game. Look, I can't even take damage. Like, I'm touching the boar here. The timer's still elapsing. I'm able to pick up money. But I can't play anymore. This game would be so good if it just didn't break every time you played it. No clip mode. Here we go. It's a feature. Well, at least I can pick up this money. Literally nothing I could do. There is nothing I could do. That's all right. I like money. I like picking up money. That's fun enough for me. Let's see if the merchant will fix it. No, I can't even interact with the merchant. Damn. Well, everyone, that's Iki Unite. It was fun showing off the 5 minutes of gameplay before it breaks. This is sadly too common. Yeah, new pacifist run. Kabuki Quantum Fighter, yeah. It does have those vibes. Lost Impact says, hey Hikiko, I have a question. You see, if I see an indie game that looks cool, and it turns out, oh shit, this came out a month ago, how fast do I need to buy it before the dev ends up on the street? Oh my god, that's a good question. I know what you're saying there, Lost Impact. There it is. We finally disconnected. I'll try one more here. So, when it comes to me and indie games, like, I feel a greater degree of guilt if I don't support. Like, first of all, a lot of the things that I enjoy nowadays come from creators that I'm familiar with, because I played their previous works back whenever video game companies like the big three, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo, actually funded AA games or their former AAA developers, and now they've gone indie. And that's frankly a lot of older game developers, especially Japanese. If you want good Japanese developed games, you have to go into the indie scene. And I feel bad whenever I don't like something new from one of my favorite developers or somebody that has, like, you know, a storied career, because I feel like they're teetering on the brink of life or death, housing or homelessness, you know? And I don't necessarily pull my punches either, but it doesn't make me feel good. I would rather, if something is so terrible, I just would rather not talk about it, move on to something else. But if something's great, I do feel an urgency to let everyone know. But it really does matter early on, because depending on how long a game in the indie space has been in development, they're probably already taking out bank loans and pulling favors and all this other stuff. They're probably already in bed with the Yakuza. Like, they're missing some fingers. Yubitsume. So, yeah, they're not going to be able to... They're not going to have enough fingers to develop games anymore if you don't buy their game. That's the mental image I have in my head. So, my thing is, like, if it's $20 or less, I don't feel so bad about taking a gamble. Like, I feel I feel worse if this happens to me all the time, but I feel awful if I end up liking a game like Wanted Dead, for example. Wanted Dead ended up being one of my favorite games I played last year, but I picked it up for like $10. And that game is probably never going to get a sequel. But I felt bad for just putting it off and waiting for it to go on sale, because ain't no way Wanted Dead's gonna make its budget back. It's not gonna get a sequel, and I fell in love with it. So, like, it's a catch-22. But I do have a couple indie games that I'm gonna be talking about real soon. One of which is this week. So hit that bell, y'all. Oh yeah, today's we're gonna try one more Iki Unite, and then we're gonna switch up the game. But today's drink of choice is a Fairlife 30 grams of protein chocolate shake. I'm trying to be a little bit better after the holidays here. I've just been eating carb after carb after carb. I haven't been to the gym in a week, and that's bad. That's bad for me both physically and upstairs. So I gotta get back in that gym so I can get back to get my motivation back, so I can make amazing videos for y'all. Great showcase. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. Even the music is terrible. First level needs a good tune. Yeah, they only have, I think, 2 to 3 songs in EQ Night. The Good Rice gotcha. Hey, I supported The Good Life, okay? I actually broke down the figures of how much of the... I think I supported 0.05% of that game's budget came from me. if I did the math correctly. There's a lot of rumors about the Game Awards right now, and some of the games that are going to be announced, and one of which that has caught my attention is a new Dead Rising game. And I'm down with that as long as you keep the Canadians away from it. I don't listen. I honestly, I think Dead Rising 3 is a decent game overall. I think it misses the vibe of the previous Dead Rising games and the challenge, but I did think it got wacky enough on its own for me to... I like Nick as a protagonist. I liked welding together cars and things like that. But Dead Rising 4, I cannot co-sign whatsoever. So if you hand it back to the Japanese, I'm all on board there. Yeah, Dead Rising 1 is one of my all-time favorite games. The first one. I love the challenge of it. And it was, if we look back at the 7th generation of consoles, the first game out of the 360 that ever wowed me was Dead Rising. Okay, guys, I don't think this is going to happen, so we're going to have to change up the game. Sorry about that. The first Dead Rising was probably the first time that I recognized like a huge jump in generations. The amount of characters on screen, the wacky physics, and the attention to like the details of like how you could interact with the environment. And it was challenging. I truly did enjoy trying to get the Savior run. I did the Savior run, and I did the 5-day Survivor. And this is really fucked up, but when I was doing the 7-day Survivor, where you have to play the game for about, I think, 14 hours straight, like you cannot rest whatsoever. You have to constantly eat because Frank is running out of health. When I did that, I was like on day 6 and my Xbox 360 red ringed, and I couldn't finish it. I was going to do it though, but I couldn't finish it. All right. EQ Night was a bust. I have Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. I love the Lisa series, you know that. Probably not something like RPG-ish. We got some good SnowCore games here. We got 2 really good SnowCore games. The Missing. I could probably do a quick run of The Missing. You can speedrun that game in under an hour. Monomore. Nubby's Number Factory. Kirk turned me on to this. Have you guys heard of Nubby's Number Factory at all? You know anything about this? Let me show you it. I play this once a night. I'll do like a few runs of this. Have I seen the live action movies of Dead Rising? I've seen Dead Rising Rising Sun, which was the Japanese Dead Rising film that Keiji Inafune directed. It came with Dead Rising 2, like one of the editions. I have not seen like Watchtower, or is it Armageddon? I know there's like 3 Dead Rising movies, but I've seen Rising Sun. All right, so this is Nubby's Number Factory. Since I'm playing on stream, I think I'm going to play as... So these are the characters you unlock, and they all have different perks. If you've ever played that game, Hypnospace Outlaw, it kind of has that same lo-fi, early Windows 95 aesthetic to it. But this is like some college kid's first game. So, the objective here is Nubby is that little frog guy up there, and these are pegs. And the objective is, the target is like 8. So like each round you have to get a certain amount of points. So you do this by, not that way, but you have to have Nubby break through enough pegs to proceed to the next round, okay? And then it gets crazier than that. I'm doing awful. There we go, there we go. So this game is extremely peaceful, and it's got a great, like, weird sense of humor to it. Yeah, my buddy Kirk gifted it to me, and I didn't redeem it in time. Like, Steam has like a weird thing. Like, if it goes past 30 days, it'll like refund the key or whatever. So it refunded the key back to Kirk. I was like, no, I'm actually interested in playing this. So I went out and bought it myself. Okay, so Nubby's Number Factory, it's just kind of like every other procedural game. You can get upgrades here, right? So this is a evil goose. All pegs will be halved. This one clones the item next to you. So we're going to re-roll. This one's a pretty good one. So it pops the lowest number peg twice. So you get more points. It'll make sense as we go along here. So let's just proceed. So you can also re-roll the board once. Your aim is you want the higher number of pegs. So the 16 and 32 definitely. And like if you go above the target, you get coins and you can buy upgrades and shit. Well, that was not great. Okay, so this is Gold Rush. There are gold pegs on here, and they give me money for the weapon shop. There's also a snack shop, too. So the 64 is right there. Alright, so we got a random loot. So this one, it force triggers all the Nubby Dies items, which I don't have any yet. If slot 1 is empty, a random item from the Nubby Mart will appear in it. So, to do that, we can just move this over to slot 4. And then so we'll get a random item spawn in there. And that random item will spawn each time. So this is kind of a shit hand. We got another one. We can upgrade our rock. Let's upgrade that rock. And then we're going to move this over here. And then so we're going to have 2 rocks because this squid right here clones itself. So we cleared that whole fucking board. Did you just see what happened there? So that's kind of like the main objective. You get a lot of points for doing that. It's hard to do, though. Nero Smith says, is this Xbox Live Arcade or some pseudo thing? This is on Steam. This is on my Steam Deck. I'm not sure if Nubby's Number Factory is on Switch. It may be on Switch. Quote me on that, but you should get it. It's a really chill game. And it's addicting. Like, I'll just play like a couple of rounds every night. Damn. We're doing good now. So that nose there shoots out like booger strings, and it does like combos with all the pegs. It's an OP item. So if I see the nose, I'm gonna add it to my roster here. So if you see the top row there, those are all my perks, and you can get about 7 perks at a time, and you also get like these random upgrades on top of that. Hey, what's up, Sentry is down? Yo, we just played a little Iki Unite. Sentry, if you want to play Iki Unite sometime, let me know. He gifted it to me. Lost Impact says, I heard Grasshopper's doing some stream on the 8th this month. Is that right? If so, I hope we get more of a firm release date on Romeo's a Dead Man. Yeah, I want to clear something up because I've been hearing a lot of people, especially in my Discord, have been talking about the new Let It Die Inferno. And just to let you guys know, Suda and Grasshopper have nothing to do with Let It Die anymore, okay? They haven't had anything to do with Let It Die since the first one. They didn't have anything to do with Deathverse. But there's two things going on with Let It Die. The first thing is they're ending the online services for the first Let It Die. And allegedly they're making a fully offline Let It Die, which is great. I hope that comes to fruition because it's a great game and I don't want to see it lost to time. So good on Gung Ho for doing that. Oh, the turtle, one of the best. Oh, hell yeah. So they're making an offline version of the first Let It Die. Then they're making Let It Die Inferno, which is a true sequel to the first one, which sounds good, but allegedly they're using a lot of AI assets to develop the game. We're talking like music, voices, artwork, everything. So Gung Ho has just gone, holy shit. Gung Ho has just gone full tilt on this one. And they're already charging, I think, $60 or $70 for Let It Die Inferno. So they didn't disclose this AI stuff until after, like, more recently. So I know some people from my Discord have already refunded the game because of that. Damn! Do you see all that money we got from that? We got a good roll right now. And I haven't even filled up the slots. So this right here is a devil item. Just like Binding of Isaac. You have to give your soul, a bit of your soul for these. So, we got a toy fish. 2 random pegs will copy the number the first peg popped. This finger's pretty good. Marks a random peg. When the peg is marked, all pegs that have that same number will be doubled. And then reduces all this. We're going to go with... We can re-roll once. Jake the Snake. 1 in 2 chance to double all pegs. We got to go with this one. That is a really good one. Oh, that's not good. There we go, there we go. I really need to get to the item shop and get some upgrades here. So, Force triggers all Nubby Dies items. Force triggers all first peg popped. That's the one I have the most of. So we're about to get to another upgrade section here. So in this Grasshopper Direct, I think they're primarily going to focus on Romeo as a Dead Man. What I know, Suda's strategy for Grasshopper is to focus on IP that they own. So you're not going to see something like No More Heroes or anything Lollipop or whatever coming from Suda. He owns Shadows of the Damned. He owns the Silver Case, 25th Ward. I think they own Flower, Sun, and Rain. Possibly Liberation Maiden. It sucks, though, because, like, Suda has a lot of great games that he's been associated with over the years, but he just doesn't have access to them. He did somehow get Capcom on board with including Killer 7 characters in Travis Strikes Again, so I think he still has good business relations with Capcom. Alright, so this little meat thing over here, this right here, the monstrosity, is one of the best upgrades. You'll see why soon. These fucking turtles, though, if you see a turtle, get the turtle. They do a lot of crazy things. I've never gotten the mollusk, so we'll try that out. we've unlocked the cafe. A cafe is a sentient mouth in this wall. And if you feed it stuff, you can get extra lives and extra bonus stuff. So we're going to feed it this hot dog. You get a coin for every remaining life, so it's just bonus coins. And then, stocks random rare food item. Gain 1 coin for every strawberry eaten during this game, so we'll get a bonus one right there. We'll go ahead and eat this kidney bean. That's all we got. Alright, this game is gonna get really insane now. Okay, that was not great. Okay, so these grenades here blow up other pegs nearby. You see that monstrosity, though? It comes out and it does all those diagonals. It passes through pegs. Oh my god. So, the goal for that level was 7,000. I got 70,000 points. We 10x'd it. Never Liked Unknown says, Balataro Pachinko. I don't have Balatro. I should, though. Everyone says it's so addicting, and I really would lose a lot of time on that. Hey, what's up, Frog Minutes? If devs save money from using AI, the game should be cheaper. Yeah, listen. I have two minds about it. I definitely... I'm not in favor of taking the easy way out. I'm also not a fan of the Unity engine, by the way. I feel like the Unity engine is like 1 degree removed away from AI. It's just like a very cheap, lazy way to get a game made nowadays. But, I think it is inevitable as time marches forward. It's going to be more uncommon for games to be entirely original assets. So that's something we're going to eventually have to come to terms with in some degree or another, as we march forward through this hellscape. But yes, I think it's alright to criticize devs for cheaping out and using AI instead of hiring real talent to do stuff. But I think they're just going to be a lot more sneaky about it. I know Steam requires developers to do an AI disclosure if they put it up on the store. But doesn't, like, the new Call of Duty use AI? I think I read an article or something like that. Like, the normies are already buying in. No matter what happens... Like, this is a game not made with AI assets. It was just a kid in his dorm room. I actually saw some of the behind the scenes of this. The guy who made this... I think he straight up dropped out of college. Like, he was going to college for game dev. He releases this game. It's a smash success. I think it just pays off for, like, all of his student loans. He's like, well, fuck this. Why go to class? I've already achieved what I set out to do without the degree. So, I think he's dedicated his time to improving this game, and he's already got another game in the works right now. A true Tarantino story here. I didn't go to game school, I went to games. Alright, I kind of want to get rid of... I don't know, this is a good loadout. The mollusk hasn't really helped me out in any way. So, let's sell the mollusk and get the flamethrower. And let's feed the disembodied mouth here. Alright. Fortnite is allegedly using AI too. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. MBKS says, I think when you use AI for porn games, that's when you should start to question mankind's place in the universe. I wouldn't doubt it. See, okay, as I said, I'm of two minds of it, because I think there are ethical ways to use AI that we've been using before, like, it started stealing art and music and creating endless slop. Like, now I'm not saying that AI is ever going to replace the real thing, but if it comes to things like accessibility, like if somebody has some sort of disability and AI fills the gap for that, then I'm okay with that. Like if AI makes games more accessible to people without having to, you know, cost them tons of money, then that's fine. If it, like AI, there's one thing that I use AI captions for. Like if I'm watching a YouTube video from a creator outside of my country, outside of my language, and a lot of my subscribers are from like Brazil, or they're from different parts of Europe, and they'll ask me, they'll be like, hey, Miles, check out my video. Well, I use AI captions to have access to their videos. Like, how else am I going to know what's being said? Now, if I could hire a translator or something like that to be around me all the time, I would, but that's just not feasible. I think there are certain use cases where AI is ultimately a good thing. Like if it's bridging language barriers in a way that brings us closer together, then that's not too bad, is it? But who knows? There's a guy out there that's a translator that's probably pissed off for me even bringing that up. Alright, let's feed him some soup crackers. The rightmost item transforms into a squid. No, we don't want that, actually. Video game stupid. Yeah, sorry, I meant to say images. What are you... Video game stupid says, I don't know about the FMVs, but I know they used AI for the images you find online in Front Mission 3. They did? In Front Mission 3? The remaster? I've seen some really bad... When it comes to upscaling things, I'm not a fan of AI upscaling. Like, I dabbled with it when it was first on the scene. Like, where, for my Mad World video, I used AI upscaling to take a 240p video and try and, like, enhance it and, like, denoise it a little bit. And it did an okay job. But that's a situation where I know Platinum isn't going to release, like, they're not going to redraw any of those assets. So it was just kind of a weird experiment. But I have seen modern, like, remasters use AI upscaling to horrible, horrible results. Like, you'll see things, if you're looking at this game right now, it uses a bit of dithering. And dithering, like, is like wherever you see, like, various shades of color. So you can, if you, like, hone in on the moon there, you can see, like, little pixels here and there. And dithering used to be used in, like, old pixel games to express things like shading. Even the original Silent Hill used some dithering, too, to help with the fog effects. So instead of, like, trying to, like, redraw things, they use, like, AI to smooth it out and remove detail in a lot of ways. I was on Twitter and somebody had, like, talked about, I think it was, like, an Indiana Jones game. I think it was one of the old LucasArts ones. And they showed a screenshot where Indiana Jones is, like, standing in a room and there's a bunch of bricks. There's, like, light coming in through the window and everything. And all the bricks, like, had rough little details and, like, little lines where you could see the cement and all that in different shades. all of that was smoothed over. All of it was paved over. And it was kind of disheartening to see. What gets me the most is a lot of this upscaling is due to developers being afraid to present their game in a 4:3 aspect ratio. Like, having a game in 4:3 scares modern gamers, apparently. I'd rather play something with borders, like illustrated borders and 4:3, than stretching things out and then having this fake smoothing bullshit. Yeah, they used that AI for the Front Mission 3 remake. I'm really disappointed by that because I love Front Mission 3. The whole Front Mission series in general. I'm not usually into mecha stuff, but those games won me over. Did any of the other Square Enix games do that? Like, did Live a Live do that? Because I was considering picking that up. I know Live a Live did the Octopath Traveler thing, like where they added like lighting effects and 2.5D. I'm still not a fan of that Octopath Traveler style. It's just too clean. Well, I don't want Pedro here. Can we sell Pedro? Let's sell him. Okay, we're wrapping up Nubby's Number Factory. We're actually going to clear it this time. And then if you guys want to see something else, put it in chat. They upscaled the 2D cutscenes for Killer 7 last... I know, Gabriel. I talked about that in, I think I talked about that in my Shadows of the Dam video this year. I guess you can turn them off now. If you follow NF Studio, New Frontier Studio on Twitter, he's been posting some unseen cutscenes from Killer 7. Because he worked on the game. He did a lot of the graphic design and FMV work. And he's posting new cutscenes that have never been seen before right this second. He actually posted a few more today. You heard it here first, okay? We'll give him that. We'll give him a nacho. Well, we're out of money. All right, let's do our best. Last shot, make it count. That's it. And that's Nubby for you. I did pretty well. So, if you achieve certain things, you get stars, which unlocks new characters and skins. So if I go back to the main menu, I'll show you real quick. You unlock these characters, and each one of these characters has like certain perks to them. The goblin guy here, he is high risk, high reward. Like, you only get a couple lives, but he gives you 3 additional coins per round and raises the cap to 200. So, yeah, it's going to be a while before I get all these guys. Because the next ones are like 25 stars each. Anyway, that's Nubby. And just a reminder while I got you here. Speaking of Killer 7. And since I got you all in here, leave that like. I'm in the dark right now. I actually have been charging my key lights here, so let me go grab one of those real quick. And I think I know what the next game's gonna be. I think I want to play a little bit of Blackbird. There. Not so moody after all. A little bit of glow to my skin. How are you, everyone? I've got a bit of a shine. I've been using a new moisturizer. Actually, it's not a new one. It's something I picked up while I was in Japan. Japanese, like the Koreans, they have a really good skincare routine. And I got actually recommended by a dermatologist while I was over there. I was just like looking at some lotion and things while I was there, and this lady pointed out Curel. And so this winter, instead of just getting all flaky and stuff, I've been keeping up a nice skincare routine. How about that? You're going to learn something today with Hikiko. All right. Wait, can you share a link? About that Killer 7 stuff? Just go on Twitter. The guy is NF Studio. I talked about him in my Rainy Woods video. So there should be a link there. At NF Studio is his handle. There's some Killer 7 footage he dropped today. He also drops Rainy Woods footage. Okay, so we are going to play Blackbird. I reviewed this on my Onion Games video on the channel many years ago. This is a musical shoot 'em up, and it's brilliant. So let's get it. I'm going to need some headphones for this. I'm not typing in it. Somebody just show them. Link them. If you got Twitter, go to NF Studio. NF Studio. It's exactly how it sounds. All right. This is a musical, and the music actually plays into the action, so I actually need to hear it. I may be a little rusty here, but I'll try and explain what's going on. I might be able to beat this. So, you're a little orphan girl who gets the curse of the Blackbird, and she turns into one, and she exacts her revenge on the world. That's your story. Okay. I need to get my controls down here. Alright. I accidentally used my bomb, so I'm gonna do a quick restart here. Blackbird is one of the weirdest shoot-em-ups you'll ever encounter, but I highly recommend it. Okay, so, the level's on a timer before the boss comes out. It's usually after, like, the third, refrain of the song. The goal here is to pop all these dudes in a combo and grab their life essence, which is represented by these green diamonds. And, you can evolve the Blackbird, and it's just like one continuous evolution. So that's a good time to use that bomb. The more enemies that are on screen, the higher your combat multiplier gets. You have to destroy all the watchtowers to summon the boss. But I'm not going to destroy all of them. I'm going to destroy all but one, and then we're going to try and get as many upgrades as possible for the Blackbird. And I'll show you how that goes. But the game gets so so much better if you get through it without taking any damage. It's kind of festive, too. I think the first boss is Santa Claus, if I recall correctly. Alright, so, I've already evolved to, like, stage 3 here. Okay, I'm gonna get one more combo, and then I'm gonna summon the boss. Oh, we got the asparagus from Million Onion Hotel in here. Alright, so... you want to use the bomb when you have max combo and the most amount of enemies on a screen like that. And then now we're going to trigger the boss fight. Those bombs are super important, so you want to hold on to at least 3. It'll make sense. Alright, so now I've triggered the boss fight. I know it's weird, but hang in there. It gets good. So the hitbox on the Blackbird is his big yellow eye. So if you're wondering, like, how I'm maneuvering, I'm just moving the yellow eye through all the balloons into the chaos. Alright, Santa time! There he is! So, the Blackbird, you can upgrade a few different things with the character. And I'll try and explain it as best as I can, because it is a really weird game. You can upgrade the speed, the health, or you can get a new bomb, and you get those through those little soup pots, those cauldrons. And then the green gems evolve the overall character. Like, you grow into a huge bird by the end. And you unlock, like, options and things, like you're playing another bullet hell. There are hidden things on the ground, too, so if I'm attacking the ground, it's because I'm trying to find all the, like, bonuses, like the cauldrons, to upgrade the speed. Like that, right there. That's a bomb. That's health. That's speed. I honestly recommend avoiding all the health upgrades and just going for bombs and speed. Maneuverability is more important than anything else. Oh no! Oh no. Grab that. Came close on that one. So this windmill is like one of the bonus objectives there. We got the asparagus from Million Onion Hotel. There's a lot of cross-universe stuff going on in the Onion games. Woo! Okay, so there's another upgrade. We're gonna go for a bomb. Okay, now in order to maximize your score, you want to have like 30 different enemies defeated in a combo. So there's a combo bar at the top that constantly fills. So after you get 30, you want to decimate somebody with a bomb. Hopefully that doesn't flag my YouTube channel saying that. But if you're familiar with the music in this game, you'll know when the enemies are going to spawn, because they always spawn in time with the music. That's what I was talking about when I said it's a musical game. You know me. After the Guitar Man stream, I love my musical games. So they're spawning on the beat. Okay, I'm running out of time. So we're gonna go ahead and trigger the boss. You trigger the boss by taking out all these watchtowers. Oh, we got a mid-boss here. Mid-bosses are worth a lot of points. Alright, this guy is actually pretty tough. Woo! Gotta watch out. Most all the bosses have multiple forms. Oh! It's getting tough.
You win!
Gotta get all those. Woo! So that's Blackbird. I have a video on my channel about the history of this game and all the other the developer is known as Onion Games, so if you're unfamiliar, on my channel there's a whole retrospective of Onion Games. They're a very weird developer. If you've ever played Tulip or Rule of Rose, Chibi Robo, Moon, all share the same DNA. Let me pause and read some chat, though. Don't want to neglect y'all. Have I played Death Smiles? Yes, I have, on the 360. There's a Death Smiles faceplate for the 360 that looks pretty badass. I used to always see Death Smiles in those retro game stores, and it had like a huge coffin box. I thought that was cool. There we go. Can you give a hint at what game you'll be covering in your next video? Warehouse Dave, people have already kind of dropped some hints in chat. It's quite obvious what I'm working on if you've been following me for a bit. This video, hell or high water, I'm going to get it out this week. So it's like, I know the reputation of this game. I know that all the time that I put into this video, no one is going to watch it. It's one of those things where I know nobody gives two shits about this game, but I made a promise I made a commitment, and I intend to keep it. So, if please understand the predicament that I'm in covering niche games. But I know this will not have any mass appeal. So I'm going to need my subscribers, all the bona fide Hikikomoris in here, the HM fam, to show up. I don't even care if you watch it. Just juice that shit. Give me a thumb. Leave a comment. Leave a emoji. I don't care. I know it's not going to be my most popular video just by nature of the game itself, but I'm going to try and make it funny, okay? The game itself might not be entertaining, but I'm going to try and make the video funny. Okay. Ghost Core says, bro, did that idiot stop bothering you? You got me, guy. Anyone want to mess with you? Nobody's bothering me. I just thought it was funny. Somebody has a hate boner for me, but that's what else is new? When you make bomb-ass shit on YouTube, you're going to catch some bullets every once in a while, some strays. I just realized something. This game looks like Fantasy Zone. Yeah, it was probably inspired by Fantasy Zone. All threes of us will show for you. Thank you so much. I appreciate all three of you in chat. Okay. I'm going to let chat decide because it is viewer's choice. 1 in chat if you want me to keep on with Blackbird. 2 in chat if we're mixing it up. Okay?
Okay, throw me some numbers.
1 in chat, Blackbird. 2 in chat to change it up. It's all on you. I'm down with whatever. Okay, this was an unplanned stream. We're just hanging out today. MD Chaos says, just a question. Was this vid tougher or about the same to make it Silent? Silent Hill F was really hard to make because I went through the game multiple times. I bought props, costumes, did some crazy things in the edit. My Silent Hill videos are always my A videos, okay? I put my heart and soul into each one of those Silent Hill videos, so they hopefully will be evergreen. So years from now, somebody will look back and say, hey, that's still a good-ass video. Some people have said that about my sweary files, my Deadly Premonition stuff. Some people as far back as Threads of Fate, and I cannot even watch the Threads of Fate video anymore. So it's really, it's at the eye of the beholder. We have 2, 1, 2. We got twos. Ghost Core. Okay, dude, but you're a lovely guy. I'll fix up anyone who bothers. Don't worry about it, man. It's the internet. It just happens. I get a lot of weird stuff in general, just by being on the internet. I've been on the internet most of my life, so twos have it. We're switching up the game. I'm not too worried about it. Sometimes you just piss people off and you're never given a reason of what you did. And there's strangers on the internet coming from all over the world. So you're bound to crack a few eggs. If you are putting out content, if you're putting yourself out there, it's a numbers game. People just, they'll find a reason to be upset with you, and you just can't. I don't think I'm doing anything too terrible here at HM, so I can sleep with a clean conscience. No more Blackbird. Bro's offering Miles a free hit. Yeah, I appreciate it. No. We don't need anyone dead. All right. So these are the games I already have installed right now. So if you see something, shout it out. Somebody did mention Binding of Isaac. You guys want to see some UFO 50? That's like 50 games in one. That gives us a lot of variety. Well, I appreciate that, guys. I don't think I'm the king of evergreen content. I do think I have some good videos that I can watch without cringing. This Promise Mascot Agency I streamed once. I wish more people would get into it. It's a great game. Sweary's in it, too. Somebody said UFO 50. Yes, please, UFO. You guys want to see UFO 50? UFO 51. Ah, I see what you did there. Okay. So you can see right now, I've played 60 hours of UFO 50 just on a few games. There's some games in here that just really catch me. And it really did sink its hooks into me. I think this is on the Switch now as well, so check it out. UFO 65. Okay, so this is UFO 50. I've streamed it once before. I think there is a archive of it somewhere. But it says, okay, Steam said I only put 60 hours in, but the game says I've put 69, so... UFO 50 is like... It's like an homage to Action 52, which is a really obscure reference, but Action 52 was like a compilation of student-developed games for the NES. Like, this company, I think it was Wisdom Tree, stole a bunch of young college developers' games, and they made just a bunch, like 52 shitty games. They put it on a cartridge and released it out into the world, right? Well, UFO 50 is an homage to Action 52, only there's good games on here. It's for like this old lost console, this lost like Commodore 64. So there's a game from every genre imaginable. If you see something with a red cartridge, that means I 100%ed it. So I've 100%ed 2 games here. Rock on Island, which is one of my favorites. Porgy, which is a Metroid game. Waldorf's Journey, which is a weird golf game. I don't know. There's Party House. I like this one quite a bit. If there's anyone in here that knows UFO 50 and wants to recommend one game, I'll check it out. But if not, we'll just go down everything. Okay. Pilot Quest over here is kind of like Star Tropics. I like that a bunch. We'll do a round of Rock on Island. This game, last winter, this is all I played. I'll show you what 100% completion looks like. All those P flags means that I've perfected it, which means I took no hits. It's very hard to do. So we'll start over here. So you play as this cave girl, and you have to protect your cave. And if any of these dinos, so they come in waves, if any of these dinos touch your cave, you lose a life. So you have 30 lives. In order to perfect it, you can't get hit once. Your currency is meat. So I'll kind of show you how it goes. First things first, I always recommend building a campfire and 1 chicken. You'll see why. We'll have just enough money for 1 caveman. And then we're going to do our best. Start the wave. All right, so that's the general gist of it, right? It seems simple, but it gets so insane. Like, the later maps of this game are like 10 times the size of this screen, and there's pterodactyls and enemies like with major armor, and then you've got hundreds of cavemen up on the screen near the end. It's nuts. Okay, we're gonna build out a couple more cavemen. I usually put them at each one of the extremes here. I always say ABC. This is my tip for Rock on Island. ABC, always be cooking. Always be chicken. So I got one right here that's about to pop. Now I can cash that in, but your chickens are how you get more weapons, more cavemen on the field, okay? And then the cave girl herself, you can actively attack the dinos as well. So those cheetahs right there are some bad motherfuckers. Because they just zip towards the cave. And then they start throwing wave after wave after them. We cooked one of the chickens over here. And there's another trick here. So if you have a chicken touching 2 campfires, it cooks them twice as fast. So we drop another one here. Now I'm going to upgrade the cavemen with spears. One with spears, one with rocks. Rocks are faster. Another spear. And then we're going to have a Hail Mary caveman, okay? We're going to throw his ass over here. And then I start off at the spawn point, and I just spam bones here. And then when they get near the cave, I'm going to run over there. See, not so bad. Now look at those chickens. They're both going to cook up right there. Boom! So, to go in with my ABC strategy, you can sell these chickens for 30 meat apiece. I drop down another flame, and then you fill out these chickens right here. So the zigzag pattern that I got going on is going to cook 3 chickens per round. It's nuts. There's another little technique that nobody knows about, unless you're like a high-level Rock on Island player, like yours truly. But you can upgrade the cave girl as well. So you can make her throw more of these bones at a time, or you can upgrade her to stone axes. So we're going to upgrade her throw. We're going to get this guy to turn into a spear guy. We're going to throw another dude here. Another dude here. And we're going to have a cleanup guy over here. And now, look how fast I can throw. It increases your range, and it increases the amount of bones you can throw. Let me read a little chat here. You get to pick a game within a game. That's UFO 50. Yeah, I've definitely played this before. I seriously, the most amount of hours I put out of any games was in Rock on Island. I wanted 100% it, and I did. Some mad people have 100%ed all the UFO 50 games, and I'm never going to be that guy. All right, here we go. So these guys here have hard armor, and I made a big mistake because I didn't get any flame guys. They can pierce through the armor. Yeah, I really messed up. Yeah. So look at that. All the health there. So we're not going to perfect this map. But that's okay. I'm going to show you some of the crazy upgrades now. So we're going to upgrade her to the Flame Axe, which will cut through any enemy. And then we're going to replenish our chicken. And then we're going to get one flamethrower guy just in case. Or I'm going to do another rock because I have a feeling... Because look, the next wave there are cheetahs and T-Rexes. So we're going to need the rocks to take out the cheetahs. All right, here we go. Flame Axe is where it's at. All that meat. Come on, guy. Got him. All the chicken. Now we can start upgrading all these fuckers. We're gonna create a shit lane for all these dinos to go through. So, we'll throw another spear. The spears are honestly the best cavemen. They're more versatile. Anyone makes it this far, we're gonna do, a wheel. Now, wheelmen are nuts. This guy, we're gonna do a bow. He can get all across the field. So these purple guys, these purple and pink guys, they can do some serious damage. Alright, let's cook that chicken. And, what the hell? Let's fill out, let's make a little KFC going on up here. Nice, nice, nice. And then I've got enough money to put down a couple more cavemen. They're just going to be regular bone guys. Boom. Okay, this is going to get crazier. I just want to show you like one of the later levels just so you can get an idea of how nuts this game gets. Psychois, is it Psychois 516 says, thanks for making a video about replacing the PS1 disc covers. I was looking for stuff on eBay and saw your video on how to do it. Well, thank you. Yeah, in that video, you can also learn how to replace Dreamcast covers, too. The library of my PlayStation 1 games, I like to show off. I like to hold them in my hand. And those CD jewel cases, no matter what, just get scuffed up. Just because they're, like, kept next to each other, and they rub against each other. So in my library, I prioritized making everything look clean. Like, I really do put my good games, like the rare stuff in protective covers, because I like to read the instructions. I like to hold them and learn about them. I like tangible things. Alright, we're going to fully upgrade her. Look how far she can throw now. Sell all this chicken. I'm going to make a bunch of these flame spitters here. There's another guy I want to show you too. He's one of the most useful. This guy here is called the Tar Man, just like Return of the Living Dead. So the Tar Man, what he does is he spits out a blob of tar, and for those really fast-moving enemies, it slows them down, which allows the other guys to pop off shots really quickly. Hell yeah. If you're just joining us, this is UFO 50. This is a game within a game called Rock on Island, which is a cave girl tower defense kind of game. It's really strange, but it scratches an itch I never knew I had. Alright, spear guys all the way. Just a wall of cavemen. Let's just fill this out. Okay. Now we're gonna camp up here. This is what we got waiting for those dinos. All the dino nuggies. They don't even have a chance. See, the tar guy, he's lobbing those guys down there, which slows them down. And these guys have to go through shit lane again when they come back around the corner. Two more waves. Hey, Psychois, you're still looking for shells for your PlayStation 1 games? Another way to do it is you can just buy cheap PlayStation 1 games, if you go to a garage sale or a Goodwill or something, or even regular CD cases will work all the same. Some people are against that, like replacing the original case, but it's a jewel case. To me, I think that's like the least valuable portion of it. Like, who gives a shit? You got the original box art, the original instruction, the original disc. That's what matters. But some collectors are very anal about that shit. Okay, we're gonna add another flamethrower guy over here. I kind of want to do another tar, but we'll do the super spitter. We'll add another caveman there. We'll make him spear. And then we'll fill out this area with just regular bones. You can get a good crew together if you just, like, do the base cavemen, the guys who throw bones. There's power in numbers here. Alright, let's get it. I gotta keep my KFC in operation up here. Alright. I'm just gonna fill it out with regular guys. We'll put one over here. Very nice. Okay. Hey, what's up, Gardenback? We are playing Rock on Island, which is part of UFO 50. It's a game within a game. This is kind of a tower defense thing with dinosaurs. They spit out meat. Oh, there's another strategy too. If you get enough meat, you can just start upgrading cavemen as you go along. So I'm just gonna start laying them out. That's another good strategy to do, is just build while the wave is coming out. We're filling it up. No empty squares. Everywhere, it's all filled. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start upgrading. We're just a wall of flames. Just flame spitters. And then, in this area, I guess I'll make him flame too. Why not? Drop down some more chicken. Alright, and this guy, we'll make him a sniper. That sounds good. We're out of meat. 2 more waves. I remember you recommending this. Yeah, Gardenbeck, there's a stream of UFO 50 on the channel, in the archive, if you want to check it out. I kind of just want to leave them alone and see how far they make it. Not very far. Let all my cavemen do the heavy lifting. I can just put the controller down. I have faith in my flamethrower, my flame spitters there. I have that whole row of them. That one made it pretty far. Okay, final wave. I'm tempted to just put my controller down for this. I could probably spawn it right now and we'd be okay. But I got all this meat, so smoke them if you got them. We'll upgrade, we'll make this guy a Tar Man, this guy a Mega. Hell yeah. Let's get this. All spears. And you don't have to worry about cooking anymore because this is the final wave, so you're just going to use all your chicken. The problem is the meat caps out at 99, so you actually can't stack them. All spears. And we'll upgrade this guy. We'll give him a mega spear. And then I'm just going to sit back and relax on this one. That's it. That's all I can do. The woolly mammoth is not going to make it that far. I kind of didn't realize how many of these armored guys spawn at once. Yeah, there's just no way that mammoth is going to make it past all the spear guys. It's over. There's a second one. I might have to step in. He's getting close. I might have to step in. I'm not going to touch anything just yet. We'll see if he makes it. I didn't touch it. GG. Okay, so that's Rock on Island on UFO 50. I'm just going to briefly show you one of the later levels, just so you get an idea of how crazy this game gets. So here's the last level. This took me on a good run, took me 2 hours, but it took me like several days to beat this level. I just want to show you the scale of this map, right? So you think it's just this. No. It just stretches on and on. And there's 4 different enemy spawn points, one up on each corner. And these rocks, you can actually pay to dig them out, too, so you can expand more of the map. It gets wild. So there's the other 2. You can also destroy these bushes as well to get more of the map. It's nuts. And there are like 30 or 40 waves. I would pay for just an expansion of this. Okay, so we're back to UFO 50 here. What can I show you? This one's pretty good. It's tough. It's called Magic Garden. It's like a game of Snake. You guys remember that Snake game on your cell phone? It's a little more elaborate than that. So you have to collect all these guys here and then drop them off on that star. And you cannot get touched by any of those blue guys, and you cannot touch the wall either. And I completely fucked that up. But this is what you're supposed to do, is like dump them off on the stars. Hey, sorry. Detective Glaive, welcome to Give Me Them Badges. Thank you so much. I heard the Let It Die and I was like, oh no. What's going on? Okay. So I think my highest is like 100 or something. I think it's 200 to get the perfect. It gets tough because there's just like so many blue guys that spawn on the map. And you have to be very precise with dropping them off. And I hit that mushroom. Anyway, that's Magic Garden. It's okay. Okay, this one right here is Party House. This is probably the best game out of UFO 50. I want to say Action 52, but UFO 50. It's got that really pop, what do they call that? The Art Deco from the 90s style to it. So I've beaten Alien Invitation. Each one of these is like a new party that you throw. And you have different kind of guests. I'll just show you Alien Invitation because I'm familiar with it. So the goal here is to get popularity enough to get the alien to come to your party. And you need 4 aliens to show up at your party to win the game. It'll make more sense when we get there. Okay, so the first thing I have is Riff Raff. This chick right here has an X next to her name. And if more of those chicks come through that have the Riff Raff, the cops will be called and my party will be shut down. So it's a random draw of who shows up to your party. So far, so good. And we got a full house. So if my party doesn't get shut down, I can accumulate money and popularity. And then I can use that popularity to invite cooler guests to my party with the goal of inviting the aliens. I need 4 aliens to appear at my party so it becomes a legendary party and then I win, okay? It's a weird card deck building kind of game. Just like real life, indeed. These dogs are pretty good and these hippies are pretty good because they cancel out trouble. So I'm going to go for, let's see, they're worth 2. That's a pretty good one. All right. So we got a regular guy. We got a rich chick. She's going to give us $1. Riff Raff. If I get another Riff Raff, the cops will be called. Alright, so we got some money and popularity. Seems simple at first. Now we get to upgrade our house. So I use $2, which means I can invite another guest. I'm gonna keep buying these dogs. It'll make sense here in a minute. These dogs are invaluable. Alright. Riff Raff. Okay. So this dog has a special power. If you see that eyeball there, if you click on the dog, it'll tell you who's coming through the door next. And you can choose to invite them or kick or boot them, right? But I'm going to let them in. So we have 2 Riff Raff. If one more shows up, the cops will come and shut down the party. So we got lucky there. Sometimes you just got to risk it. I'm buying all the dogs. These hippies here have a flag which cancels out one of the riffraffs. You can also get a guard in there. He kicks out somebody bad that you don't want. This is pretty good. You can just draw a random guy from the deck. But I might want to save up for all the dancers. Anyway, we'll get a hippie in here. After we buy all the dogs, that is. Okay. Riff Raff. So, we're going to keep inviting. So we got Riff Raff. You can choose to boot him. I booted him. Another riffraff. Boot him. There we go. Alright. We're going to upgrade our house. These cheerleaders here stack. And they're super popular. So you want to get them early on to get enough popularity to get the aliens. I sound psychotic describing this game. A couple of dogs. We got a riffraff. Got a cheerleader. Another dog. So the dancer there gives you a little bit of a popularity bonus. Now, if you get multiple dancers, it just exponentially grows. All right. Now, I'm going to save up for more dancers. Riffraff. Okay, now I have to rely on these powers. Kick them. So far, so good. Now, I only have 19 turns left to get 4 aliens in my party. Easier said than done. This guy right here, the auctioneer, is also good if you want to build up some cash. So we'll get... After I get all the dancers, we'll go for the auctioneer. Okay, this is going to be tough because the house has grown. Riffraff. So, I just got a warning right here. The party's getting out of hand. I have 2 riffraffs. If I get one more, the cops will shut it down. Gotta use the psychic dog powers. Alright. Now I have enough to get the auctioneer, and he's worth 3 cash, which will help me grow out the party. We have enough for 1 hippie. The hippie's good because she'll neutralize one of the riffraffs. So I'm going to alternate between those 2. Alright. This game looks super fun. It is 360 kilobytes. Just give it a chance. I'm telling you, UFO 50, worth every penny. Heavy Metal Riley says, I will be getting UFO 50 on Switch when it is out physical early next year over here where I live. Been looking forward to getting this one. Yeah, get it physical for sure. Okay. We got a dancer. Psychic dog. We got 2 riffraffs, so we're going to be careful. Alright, so I have 17 turns left. We gotta get more auction, guys. We need that cash flow. Alright. We got 1 hippie, 1 auctioneer. Let's get it. Perfect. No riffraff whatsoever. And we're growing out that popularity with the dancers. Oh, I also need to save up for the last dancer, too. So keep that in mind. Got the auctioneer. Got a riffraff in here. They neutralize one of the riffraffs there. We're going to upgrade the house now. And then got the last dancer. We'll get 1 more hippie. Riffraff. Oh, shit. 1 more and the party shut down. Okay, that's good. The hippie neutralized. Let's only invite dogs. That's right. Yeah. The dogs are always the best out of any of the party scenarios. There's like 6 different party scenarios. Dogs are always OP. Never liked unknown. Good call on that one. The Art and Times of Jay Ryan. I remember when it just took a copy of Blue Stinger to get people to come to your parties. Dreamcast party. Yeah. Somebody went back and told me, like, I just got a comment on that video today saying, like, why don't you make more videos like this? Return to skits. I was like, I did. My Silent Hill F video had a skit in it. I mean, not as elaborate, but it was still a skit nonetheless. So this guy right here, he drains 1 cash, but if my house is full and he's in it, I get +5 popularity. But right now I'm prioritizing cash. We got a hippie. That will cancel out a future riffraff. Dogs. We got 2 riffraffs. I'm gonna kick him out because he's only worth 1. We gotta get strategic here. That's good. Only 14 turns to get those aliens now. So as you go along, you want to upgrade the house because that increases your potential for popularity and money. Ooh. Now, this is a strategy that I use when I'm like on the last space. I use the psychic. So that guy's awesome. We want him. But you can also kick out somebody that's only like worth 1 point. So this guy's worth 3 cash. Now we got to focus on upgrading the house and increasing our popularity. Because I only have 12 rounds to buy 4 aliens. So we could go for these dudes or the house guy. The house guy is probably going to be our best bet. So we'll just get a couple of him in the mix. All right. All right, let's use our powers. Oh, definitely. We got one more. Lots of money flowing in, lots of popularity flowing in. Almost have enough to buy our first alien. All right, let's just get it. Kick her out. Get all the dancers. I'm really under the gun here because I only have 10 more rounds to get these aliens, so we're gonna buy 1 alien. I gotta get 3 more, so that's 120. I need 120 more popularity. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. So that's the full house guy. He's gonna net 5 popularity if I fill up the house, which I should. 10. Got the alien. Got another dog. Kick out the riffraff. Kick her out because she sucks. So yeah, I just netted 10 extra because of that a full house bonus there. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I got 9 rounds to get 3 more aliens. Gotta believe. If you only get 3 aliens, you could say you're just recreating Earth Girls are easy. That's a deep cut right there, my friend. Not a great round. We got enough for another alien. We got 2 more to get. There he is. So right now we got a 2-star party. Because we got the 2 aliens there. She sucks. She sucks. He's good. Nice. I think we're gonna make this. I got a good feeling about it. Because I only need... 60? We can do this. Oh no. The cops! That was a bad roll. It stings to waste a turn on this. But there's not a lot you can do if you get a bad roll early on. They remove them from your deck though. That really does suck. That could screw up everything. Gotta push forward. Got another dancer in here. Okay, that should be enough popularity for another alien. Boom and boom. We need 1 more alien to buy, and then we have to have all 4 of them attend the party at the same time. It's crazy. Ooh. We just gotta push forward. I'm tempted to use the dog power. Oh, all that money's flowing in. Okay. We should have enough to upgrade the house again. This next round, we'll have enough to buy the alien. And then we gotta somehow get all 4 of them in the house at one time. That's the hardest part. MD Chaos says, I'd love for you to do another weird horror game like the 3 Halloween vids or something similar. Oh. See, I don't know. My old audience really likes the skits, but Zoomers don't understand them. They are afraid of anything real, so I'm not sure. Maybe in the future. So far, so good. Damn, what a good roll so far. Kick them out. Oh, hell yeah. That is an amazing run there. I only have 3 turns left, but we'll have enough for the alien. Hell yeah. Okay. So there is something you can do here. This guy, he's called the driver. He's like a wild card. If he attends your party, you can specifically pick out an attendee. So I can dip out into the deck and pull out the alien. So I think I'm going to invite him to the party. Hopefully we'll get him to show up. We'll get 2 of them in the deck. Because right now, you just got to get the 4 aliens to win. It's really hard to do. Nope. Not good. Not good. Shit. Okay, that's good. Fuck. Tits. There we go. Yes. Ass. I'm just gonna go through them all. We're gonna kick out anyone that's not an alien. Okay. There's only 2 priorities I have at this moment. I'm getting all the drivers. I have 2 turns to nail this. Bad. Good. We're going to hold off on that power just for a minute. Okay. I really need the aliens. So we're kicking out anyone that's not an alien. This is what I'm talking about. I might have enough to upgrade the house one more time. This is it. This is what it's all about. You can't remove anyone else from your Rolodex either, so you're just screwed. If I don't get it now, party's over. Wish me luck. 1 alien! Whatever, I can't cancel now. And the cops got us.
Oh my god!
It was a good run. That's, party house there. Party house rules. But it is just the luck of the draw. It's like playing war. Okay. Where are we in the stream? We're about 2:15. I think it's going well so far. All right, chat. I'm going to ask you one more time because it is viewer's choice. 1, if you want me to keep playing UFO 50. 2, if you want me to change it up.
Okay, throw me some numbers.
1 for UFO 50. 2 if we're changing it up. Throw me those numbers. A simple but fun game, sometimes that's all we need. This is all about the simple games. We got somebody who's like, show me your least favorite UFO. We're the 2s have it so far. I'm gonna give it another second here. 2s have it. 2s have it. Thanks everyone for joining for this impromptu snowy day stream. I always like the random ones. Okay. We're out of UFO. I'm not playing the silver case, sorry. Sorry, kill the past heads. I got so many different games on here. We could play some buckshot roulette. It's an easy to pick up and play game. I don't know if they've patched Call of Boba that I can play it on my PS4 controller. I use the DualShock 4 with my Steam Deck. Jericho is hot garbage. Buckshot is a good choice. I enjoy it quite a bit. Did you know they're making a movie based on Exit 8? I think it's already out in Japan. We can play some Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. Mona Moore is a good choice. I 100%ed Psychonauts not too long ago. It was great. Shadows of the Damned. You want me to play some of that? Homecoming. If I'm going to do Homecoming, that's an entire stream. That's an entire video. I really enjoyed these South Park games, by the way. If you're looking for something like Paper Mario, these are really well written. They're super funny. Fractured Butthole, way better of a game, too. I even beat all the DLC on that. Mona Moore, we need the Homecoming stream. If you want me to do a Homecoming stream, I'll do it. I'd like to make a video on it. I've got some funny stories about it. I got the Tomb Raider remake, but this will make my Steam Deck catch on fire. This White Lavender game is really cool. I think this is going to be the one I show you here. This is one of those indie games. This is Bug Souls, essentially. We'll play some White Lavender. I'll show you what that's all about. When did I last play DP? There's a full DP stream from like a summer ago where I dressed like York and ate a bunch of pickles. It's on there. You guys ever seen this before? Alright, so, I think my character's a wizard. I'm just gonna go on a limb and say that's the build I was going for here. I call this Bug Souls. It has like a stamina system similar to that. You fight bugs. You get experience. Bloop. And then you go over here and you like make stew and all that. It's just kind of like Dark Souls. A quirky little... I like a sense of scale kind of game, like Pikmin and all that. I haven't gotten terribly far into it. Damn, you can cast pretty far. Why wouldn't you be a mage? I'll try and get you to a boss fight. You fight like other like soldier bugs as you go along. And it has a full-on leveling system. I think it has a bit of crafting as well. And if I remember correctly, you can spec out your character and all the clothing and stuff appears differently. So I'm level 15. I guess I played it for quite a bit. What else? What do I got in my inventory here? Oh, okay. So this is all the equipment I have. Yeah, snail helmet, blue wizard hat, straw hat. This is called White Lavender or Bug Souls. So there's another soldier over there. We're just gonna have to whack them. Giant pineapple slices. It's making me hungry. Oh, we got a big snail. Dude, mage build. I was cooking back when I was playing this. Easy mode. But as you defeat these monsters, you can like get parts of their body or their like shells and stuff and use them as armor. You know, I didn't buy Elden Ring, I bought this. This is what I got for Christmas, everyone. Boop. I think this is on sale right now for like $7. It's called White Lavender. It has a really annoying filter. I kind of want to show it to you here. It's called the wobble effect. I don't know. It makes like all the cell shaded stuff jiggly. I'm not a huge fan of that look, but you can turn it off. Heavy Metal says, those pineapple slices everywhere makes me wonder, is there a hidden message here? I mean, why pineapple? What does it represent or mean? Gotta love it. Gotta love the over-analysis here. You know, a lot of people rag on Silent Hill fans for being pretentious, but if you want to know who the most pretentious overanalyzers are in all of video games, it's the Souls fans. Hands down. There's more infighting in the Soul series than there is in Silent Hill. That stuff, if I'm being honest with you, the Soul series never really appealed to me all that much in the storyline. I was in it for the challenge aspect, and then it kind of wore thin on me. After Bloodborne, I was kind of done. I'd gotten my fill. Till Bug Souls came along. This reminds me of that like old Toy Story game, that one where you play as like Buzz Lightyear. That 3D action platformer one. You know what the one I'm talking about. Get out of here. Same kind of sense of scale. Like Chibi Robo does this as well. Pikmin does this as well. Alright, looks like we got a boss here. I just wanted to show you one boss. And then you can decide if it's worth checking out. The giant snail. He has projectiles too. Ooh. All them crits. It's kind of got a little drum and bass beat going. Oh, no, 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 no. Dodge, dodge. Got him. That's a boss fight. Now we just gotta find a camp. Oh, did we rescue this person? Hey, what's going on? Oh my goodness. You are not a snail. Hooray! I made the mistake of exploring this can. I saw that big snail and hid here. You got rid of it. You're a blessing. What a day! I thought I was done for. Now I can go back to my village. Here, take this as a token of my gratitude. Blue wizard robe. Nice. That's gonna match my set. Well, let's check out our new drip. Look at that. From 29 to 34. All around. Blue wizards. Nice. Can entrance. Well, let's find ourselves a camping spot. There we go. I see one. Dead ahead. Bleep. Alright. Chillin'. Okay, that's Bug Souls. White Lavender. What'd you guys think of that one? A little too weird for you? That's all we do here. Never Liked Unknown says, man, I'd watch you do a Silent Hill fan theory video. In what way? Do you want to hear my theories on Silent Hill, or just me theorizing about fan theories? Existing ones. MD Chaos says, Souls fans ruined FromSoft and what made them cool and unique studio and what they put out. Well, there was a point of saturation with Soulsborne games. I think Bloodborne was the last one that truly appealed to me. Most everything else seems like a derivative. Like even Elden Ring just seems like the same tact as Zelda has taken. It's like you have a typical Zelda game, only we've now expanded it out into an open world grindy thing. I just kind of liked the original Demons and Dark Souls and how everything just had a fluidity to the level design. Like everything seemed like it was one seamless experience, and that each realm that you went to had a purpose for being in that spot. But what do I know? I'm just a casual. Heavy Metal says, seems alright. A light game, not too serious, but a cozy. Yeah, it's a little cozy game. Alright, well, we've got time for one more game, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. We are at 39 likes. I would like to see a little more. If my leave that like's not working. But if you could, just be a bro. Give me that extra thumb, that little boost here. And then we'll see what else we got, what we can play. Just going through the list. A lot of solid, a lot of weird esoteric shit, Hikiko. I could do some buckshot roulette. We'll do a round of buckshot. Now, if you don't know what this game is, it's essentially a game of 21. That there is a really more brutal version of this in Resident Evil 7, believe it or not. Resident Evil 7 is almost worth it for its game of 21. Anyone want to play against me? I haven't played multiplayer yet. This has that weird dithering as well. Force color palette. I think this is like 32-bit. So you're in the back rooms of this rave, and there's a gentleman who I believe is wearing a mask of some kind. He's somewhat disembodied from your perspective. All right, we're in. Sign the contract. Okay, so this is like Russian roulette. There's a live round and a blank. There are some bonuses which determine like whether or not you go first or if the other opponent's gonna go and how many clicks you can do. So you can choose to shoot yourself or the dealer. So if you shoot yourself with a blank, that means you get an extra turn. So I have a 1 in 3 chance of shooting my head off. YOLO. Extra turn. Now, it's a 50-50 chance here. If I shoot the dealer and it's the live round, then I win this round. Or we can try it on ourselves and do a little Cobain. But we're going to try the dealer. I just have a feeling. 50-50. And we nailed it. Nice. And this is going to be blank. Click. So, I have 2 healths, which means I can take 2 live rounds. But you can also increase those as you go. Okay. I'm going to shoot the dealer. Because if I win, I will win this round. Most times it's beneficial to do this, so... Okay. He's probably gonna nail me on this one. Oh, shit! Well, he made the wrong call there. We won. So you have 3 rounds of this. He starts introducing these bonus items here. They really do change up the game. So I got some smokes and a magnifying glass. I believe that allows me to peek at what's in the chamber. So we got 1 live, 1 blank. So this will give me an extra health. And we're going to figure out what's in the chamber. Smoke them if you got them. Live round. Beep. And that's going to be blank. There's really no reason not to use that. What is this? Oh yeah, that's the bonus. If you enter your name as God. 2 live, 2 blank. Alright, I can charge myself up, but we're gonna take a peek inside the chamber. Alright, that gives me an extra turn. And now we're going to go ahead and do it again. And the reason why I'm going to do it again is because I have the smokes. Yeah, he's smoking one right now. Okay, that's a problem. He just turned it into a sawed-off shotgun, which does double the damage. Boom! Yeah. I'm still alive, thankfully. Thankfully, you didn't hit me with the sawed-off one. So what that does is it locks them down for a turn. But there's no more live rounds in here. Oh, okay, now they're adding them. First of all, gotta smoke. Then we're gonna skip the dealer's turn here. So they can attack. We'll, okay, I know this is gonna suck either way. But I'm gonna smoke it and I'm gonna shoot myself. Just to increase my odds. Woo! That worked out. Now, we're gonna double up. Hopefully we blow him away with this. Oh no. That's a problem. That's okay. The odds are in our favor. He's got so many smokes, though. These matches can go on for some time, depending on what items are rolled. Mr. I Love Music says, the multiplayer for this game is fun. I imagine it is. I haven't played with anyone yet. Are there any other names one could enter to get a special items in this game? I think God is one of them. All right. We got the Cubs. We got the beer. What does the beer do again? Racks the shotgun, ejects the current shell. Damn. These are not great. But this is how you got to do it. We're gonna blast him. And then, we'll chug that beer. That was a live one. All right. Let's, perfect. This has got to be a live one now. What, now the dealer's gonna blast me away. It's over. It's over. Just boom, boom. He's got another one in there. We got 1 health, boys. Gonna need some smokes. That would be nice. The beer. Kind of useless. Same as before. All those live rounds. Okay. And he's got smokes on the... He's got like 2 packs of smokes over there. I really need a sawed-off one, but here we go. Let's just keep blasting them. It's over though, for real. There's nothing I can do. He's getting all his health back. I'm locked. He gets to fire off 2 shots, so no matter what happens, it's over. GG. Alright, we're gonna do one more. The night is young. I got time for one more, and then we'll call it. It is the luck of the draw, though. Like, sometimes he gets insanely good pickups. That's decent. Okay, so 50-50. I'm not going to use those until we get, like, further in. You really want to use your pickups when he's, like, lower on health, because he can do some bullshit where he'll smoke a bunch of cigarettes and then lock you down. So, 50-50. Let's blast him. He's getting the free one. Okay. That's one of the most important items right there. Okay, I want to save one of my magnifying glasses. He's got like 2 handcuffs. He's got a knife. But he has no smokes. All right, we got to go for it. So, when you get this handsaw and you know you have a live round, blast him away. Don't waste any time. That'll take off 2 of his health. Would I take the roulette 50-50 for $1 million? Would I take the roulette for $1 million? I wonder if $1 million, like if I survived it, if that would repair some of my face. No. Not right now. I wouldn't do it. My life I feel is worth more than $1 million. Because with life, there's still a chance. I could get $1 million. Who knows? If you stick around long enough. And not with my odds. Okay, perfect. If we can get a magnifying glass, no. Three live rounds, 2 blanks. Okay. There's a smart way to play this. I really don't want to fuck this up. So the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to lock him down. And because I get an extra turn, we're going to shoot him once. Hopefully it's live. Okay. I'm holding on to that knife. And I'm going to hope this works too. Oh, shit. It's over. GG. GG. And he's smoking. This is what I'm talking about. He gets a whole carton. Whoa. We still have a chance, maybe. It's got to be a blank, right? He's going to point it at me. I kind of want to do one more. That was off to a good start. We can make it to round 3 at least. Not, I mean, like, not for 50-50. Those are not great odds. Now, if it kills me, like, in one go, maybe, but, like, if I have to live with half a face, that's not worth $1 million. Not great. Okay, here we go. In this scenario, I have a packet of cigarettes, right? So we might as well. Perfect. All right, let's smoke them. I'm smoking all of them. Because you can stock them up. Or maybe not. My luck. Oh, he's got a live in there. Okay. Let's lock him to the table. I'm just going to chance it here. He's got a pack of smokes, though. Let's chug it. That was alive. And he's locked to the table, so you might as well fire one. Perfect. And then, so that's 1-1. We got 2 more lives in the chamber. We're going to lock him down again if we can. I don't think we can, but... And now he's got the lives on it. He's smoking it. Damn, it's over. Unless he uses those 2 beer cans. Alright, the game continues. That's a live one. No? Okay, that's really good. That's really, really good. Oh, here we go. You just gotta go for it sometimes. Ah, shit. This one's gonna hit him for 2, though, so we're gonna saw it off again. Please tell me that's not another blank. No! Getting the worst luck. He's gonna get all those live rounds out. If he saws it off... it's over. I need some good rolls. Nope. That smoke will keep me alive a little bit longer, I guess. Oh, shit. Let's go ahead and use the beer. Nice. Lock him down. He's got 2 beers and a smoke, so, like, this, no matter what I do, it doesn't matter. Alright, let's try it again. We've evened the odds, but he still has that cigarette. Have I been sinning against RNGesus, Hikiko, every single day of my life? Yes. Yes, I have. Eject the live. There should be one more live round in there. Why would he do that? Alright. We're still in the game, baby. Why would he do that? Next round. This is it. Oh, perfect. No matter what, I got this, baby. The odds are in my favor. I could use this. It's over. I'm not even going to use that knife. Dealer. We did it. Round 3. Four items each. That's good. Okay. I'll take the magnifying glasses. You know the rules. Now, early on, I have a lot of health. And I only have one live round in there. Okay, now it's 50-50. That doesn't make things better. We'll use it. Okay. I mean, this is like the best I could have possibly played this round. And now we got the live one. Ba-bam. Okay. We got a smoke. That's good. All these handcuffs. Oh. Okay, we'll just use these, I guess. Hope for the best. Uh-oh. I got 2 blanks out of the chamber. Not good for me. And he's getting his health back from last round. Look at this fucker. He's got a blade. He's got the beer. He's using it all. He's got all the smokes. It's Christmas time for the dealer. Two off there. And he's got another one. It's got to be a live round. Okay, I've got 1 smoke, so hopefully this round I pull some more. Yeah. It's all live rounds at this point, so fuck it. Okay. Gonna need that. That'll be fine. Sick of these handcuffs. Alright, there are 2 blanks in there. So first we're gonna smoke this. Get a little bit of health back. We're gonna use all of our alcohol. There's 2 blank rounds in there. There's 1 blank round in there. Okay, we're gonna lock him down. Okay, live round. And I'm just going to take the chance on this. Nice. Good call. So there's another blank round and I think another live one, but doesn't matter. He just keeps smoking. Getting his health back. Kurt Cobain simulator, yeah. He's back at full health once again. I gotta get some good pulls here. That's fine. Okay. Really not the greatest. Sick of these handcuffs. There are 2 blanks in there. Okay, first, always, smoke. Now we're even. Let's get a couple out of the chamber here. So that's a blank. It's probably going to be alive. Okay, we got both blanks out of there. We can pop off 2 shots on this guy. You like being handcuffed to Kiko? Kinky. Not lately. I like being free. Alright, so he's gonna probably pop off 1 shot. Hey, look at all those knives he has. So he's gonna... This is bullshit. He could end me. Look at all those knives he has. Don't be an... What an idiot! I took out both of those blanks. The AI is showing mercy on me. Okay, so we're gonna go down 2 health here. Okay, that should be the round. Oh, perfect. I need that. Okay, that's okay. Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Alright. We only have 3 blanks in there. Okay, first I'm going to use the beer. Doesn't matter. Just use the beer. Okay. I just want to get rid of one of the blanks. Okay, that's good. We're going to lock this dude down. Take a look in the chamber. Yes. Yes. We're gonna pop off 2 shots on him. Hopefully we'll break through that barrier. One more ought to do it. Are you ready? This is it. For all the money. Oh no. This is not good. All that's left should be a live round now. He's gonna blast 2 of mine. That son of a bitch. Hopefully that's the round. GG. It's over. I'm gonna say this is the gates of hell. Well, that's Buckshot Roulette. I think we played like 6 or so games tonight. I'm dead. We'll exit for tonight, but I hope you've enjoyed the cool stream. Luck was not on our side. Not at all. But I still had fun. I hope you did too. I hope none of you are caught up in a blizzard like yours truly. I will see you later this week with a new video. Hell or high water. I'm going to have a new video out, so please hit that bell. Thank you all for subscribing. I see all these members in chat here. We just had random 40 people show up on a moment's notice. That's kind of crazy to me. So thanks everyone for joining the cool streams. I'll see you all next time, okay? Bye-bye.